This is what a show of force looks like in Los Angeles right now. Police everywhere in downtown blocking streets and freeway entrances. Protesters here insist they are peaceful. Some are, literally. But they're loud about their cause, gathering near a federal detention center, the focal point of resistance against Donald Trump's immigration crackdown, watched intently by riot police and the National Guard, sent here by President Trump over the state governor's head. And even with huge numbers, it's hard to manage such massive crowds that can move quickly and nimbly. Police have started making arrests. They've been loading people from that federal building onto buses and driving them away. In the last few minutes, they've arrived on horseback. Now, that usually means they're here to disperse the crowd. But look, there is no crowd here because they've moved on. And organizers say that is because they are trying to keep the police guessing where they're going to be next.
No justice!
From Atlanta to Washington, D.C. to Chicago, these protests are spreading nationally in defiance of the president's orders, buoyed by what's happening in L.A. As he addressed the military on the East Coast,
I've deployed thousands of National Guard troops and hundreds of Marines to protect federal law enforcement from the attacks of a vicious and violent mob.
On the West Coast, they're here already. 700 Marines waiting outside Los Angeles, ready to move onto the streets if given the command. 4,000 National Guard here too, now not just protecting buildings, but going out with federal agents as they conduct the raids that have seen more than 100 undocumented migrants scooped up in recent days, and some already deported. A sight that is horrifying Governor Gavin Newsom, accusing the president of overreach by activating the military and a move towards authoritarianism.
Trump is pulling a military dragnet all across Los Angeles, well beyond his stated intent to just go after violent and serious criminals. Democracy is next. Democracy is under assault before our eyes. This moment we have feared has arrived.
The moment many in LA fear is nightfall. Shopkeepers boarding up, terrified of more looting. That's why the mayor brought in an emergency curfew with just 2 hours' notice.
After the violence that took place last night, 23 businesses looted, and just the extensive, widespread nature of the vandalism, we reached a tipping point and declared a state of emergency and called for the curfew.
California is suing the administration, claiming Trump is acting illegally. But a federal judge threw out an emergency plea on Tuesday, meaning the state has to wait for another hearing on Thursday. And 2 days is a long time here right now for the police, for the protesters and the migrants. But there is defiance in the air, and it's only getting stronger. Phil Lavelle, Al Jazeera, Los Angeles.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.